Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bhoopesh. Hope you're doing perfectly well. It's a busy Sunday. I think for most of us it will be relaxing Sunday. Yeah, so let's quickly get started with today's short session. We'll be doing a session on Kubernetes MCP Server. Why we are taking this? Because I've seen not everyone is well versed with working with Kubernetes, and there's a popular MCP server launched by one of the community, so we can simply connect to this MCP server and can ask pretty random questions or pretty basic questions like install a deployment, destroy the deployment, and so on. So let's see what all we can do with this Kubernetes MCP server. So let's get into the action quickly. So we already have this GitHub repository that we'll be cloning. It is a popular repository which is being used. You can simply search like this Kubernetes MCP server, and then you can get into this GitHub repository maintained by the containers community. And then you need to simply come here and then clone this repository, and then you can talk to this MCP server either by Claude or by GitHub Copilot. So we'll be doing it Copilot because that is the a straightforward thing that we do normally, and for that you need to have the node installed on your system. If you don't have it, simply install the node and then connect to this MCP server and see the magic. So I've already cloned this repository on my machine. This is the Kubernetes MCP server, and to make it work from VS Code, you need to create one v.vs code folder, and inside that create that MCP dot JSON, and then you can talk to your Kubernetes server. Now these are the configuration that you need to make sure that you need to run. So I am running it from Windows machine, so it is CMD, and then I need to go to that C drive npx -y, and then this is the latest image. Now one thing you need to make sure to copy the kube config. So suppose you're working for your from your WSL. This is my WSL. Normally the kube config for Kubernetes is placed here in this .kube folder, right? So this is the configuration that it will be used. So I have this K3D single node cluster which has so many namespace in this. So I want to talk to this Kubernetes cluster, but from my VS code. So I need to copy this config file from this location to my Windows, which is being used here. Or if you have anything else, like you can copy the config file from your EKS cluster or AKS cluster, and then simply copy it to your local, right, or your local laptop, because we want to do it from your local. So see, uh, users, and then Bhoopesh is my folder, right, and then dot cube and then dot cube. So this is the config file which I have copied, which contains the configurations. Perfect. So this is the only thing you need to make sure it you're copying it, and then launching this thing from this repository, and then disable multi-cluster. That's it. So let me try to rerun this. I'm starting it. Let me show you the output, whether it is running or not. Yeah, it is starting, it is running, waiting for server to respond. So there's no error, luckily. So we are good. How many tools are there? There are 22 tools. Let me see what all tools we have. Let me go and get to the tools. So let me type pod. So we have all the pod delete, pod list, and namespace. So let me try to run this. Okay. Uh, Please list down the pods from monitoring namespace. Okay. So let me see if it is able to list down the pods from my monitoring namespace. I'm talking to my Kubernetes in plain English language, and let's see if it is able to give proper response or not, right? We close this. Let me see how many pods are there in my uh, I will go back to this KNS monitoring. KGP is something which I will see. So these are the pods that are there in my monitoring namespace. So is it doing the same thing? Let me. You see, it has run the same query. It has taken some time, fraction of second, and it has find out all the pods that are running in this namespace. So the results are coming not in the tabular format, but if you use Claude, that it will give you the tabular, beautiful tabular structure. Now let me ask something. Please deploy Nginx deployment to monitoring namespace. Now I'm asking, can you deploy this Nginx deployment to my monitoring instance? No, I don't know the Nginx pod image. I don't know Kubernetes. I don't know Docker. I don't know how to create image. So I can simply launch that command to this thing, and then simply I can modify the later. So now it is preparing the multitask. It will create. So let me see, get deployment. How many deployments are already there? So I have only these 4 deployments, right? Let me see whether it will deploy the Nginx deployment. So I'll add a short to do, then apply Nginx deployment in one string namespace. So it is doing that work for us, right? Deployed Nginx deployment with one reply and one string namespace. Check the pods. So we can check the pods like this. So can I do that thing again? Get deployment. You can see the Nginx deployment has been deployed 15 seconds ago, right? I will do that thing, right? KGP. Now I'll see Nginx deployment is also here. Perfect. Nginx is also there. Can I delete this Nginx or deployment? Please delete the Nginx pod from this namespace. So when I say from this, it will go back to the history, and then it will simply delete this pod from this namespace. So we can do so many things. So planning to pod deletion steps. So it is now doing it. So it is a combination of MCP plus LLM, and it is doing the job for you. Since anybody who doesn't know the Kubernetes, then they can simply talk to LLM and then do those things quickly. Now it is now doing the same thing. It will delete, but since we have a deployment already running, so it will come back again. You see, Press, I will simply say always allow, right? Pod deleted successfully. So I'll just say simply KGP. Now pod has been deleted and it is coming again because of the deployment. Now let me please delete the Nginx deployment from this namespace. So now I'm saying, please delete the deployment completely. Let me see whether it is able to do it or not, right? Allow. Okay. Now let me ask to delete the Nginx deployment completely. You see it has completed all the steps and deleted the Nginx deployment, and you can simply go back and then see is there any get deployment Nginx deployment or not. So Nginx deployment is deleted. So we can actually create deployment, we can create pod, we can delete pod, we can do so many things that are available with its 22 tools, and we can see the output also. So that is how you can communicate to your Kubernetes thing, and that is something is very uh, interesting. I mean, I will not say something very rocket science, but yeah, something good that you can simply talk to your cluster and then ask simple things and understand the Kubernetes in this flavor also. So I'll take a pause. That is pretty much about this session. It was a very short session on how to integrate your Kubernetes cluster with your GitHub Copilot and talk to your Kubernetes cluster for any issue or any shortcut commands. That is pretty much. We'll check again on our next interesting session on Amazon Bedrock. Stay tuned. And last but not the least, do not forget to like and subscribe the channel so that you can get plenty of videos on other topics. Thank you for now. Bye.